What is going on, everybody? Johnny Stang here, average guy mining crypto, day 18. Let's get into it. Run the intro. So, day 18. Currently running on £61.07. I know everybody likes to see the US dollars, so let's get into that right now. So, 82.821. I've nearly earned $100. I think I should get there in another 4 days. We should be seeing the $100 mark. Okay, today is a how-to. I got a new subscriber today, so cheers for that, buddy.
Nice.
And keep smashing them likes and subscribing to the channel, because the more likes and the more subscribers that I get, the more videos I can do for you people. So today I'd like to go over how you can easily overclock your AMD Rx580 to get around the 30 mega hash per second mark. Now, it totally depends on two things. One, your brand of graphics card. Two, your luck in terms of your silicon. A lot of these cards, you know, some of them will do 30, some will do 32, 33, some will do 25, 26. It all depends on how lucky you are in what card you get. So, let's start with the first thing we need to do is look at how to enable compute mode on your card. Pretty straightforward. Once you've set up your card, all you do is on your desktop just right click and start the AMD software. There's information out there everywhere on how to do this, so it's a real simple thing to do. So all you do, top right hand corner of your AMD software, click on the settings button and then go across to graphics. Once you scroll down there, choose your GPU. You're gonna have to select these individually, okay? And then as you scroll down the page, there's a button that says advanced. Click on that advanced button, and then under GPU workload there is two options, graphics and compute. Click compute. Once you do that, it'll ask to restart the Radeon software. Once you've done that, repeat the process for each GPU. It's as simple as that. When your GPU is in graphics mode, it does not use the maximum mega hash per second. It has to be in compute mode to really push that graphics card to as close to 30 mega hash per second as possible. Okay, so the next step, once you've done that, is how to safely overclock your graphics card and to reach that 30 mega hash per second or even more. Now, I have two of these MSI Rx580s. I also have an XFS. I'm finding that the MSI is so much more better than the XFS. Now, that could be because the XFS is running my desktop, it's running off the motherboard and using the images to display everything that I need to display. So it could be that, or it could actually be that the MSI itself is just a better card. I mean, the fan speed is so much better on the MSI than the XFS. I'm not knocking the XFS at all. I think it's a great card. It just doesn't perform the same as what an MSI does. So I mean, my money now will be investing in MSI cards, which, to be fair, looking at this picture here, there is plenty of MSI cards here, so this person that's mining obviously knows the score. So what this website does, the geekpub.com, I'll put that website in the description, sorry, so that you have it. Is a step-by-step guide on how to overclock your Rx580. What I would do is download these drivers to start with before you do absolutely anything. because it's going to be an absolute nightmare having to scroll back up and scroll back down and work through the settings. But once you've downloaded those first, it's really simple. The BIOS editor website doesn't actually, it's not available on here anymore, so you have to type it in manually. The software they're using is Polaris BIOS Editor 1.3. There is a new one out called Polaris Editor 1.7.3. I'll explain to you how to use that because I think it's easier than the older system. But anyway, let's get through this. So open up the ATI WinFlash once you've downloaded it. This will display your graphics cards in this list here. I have 3 RX580s at the moment, due to have 4 on Tuesday, so it will display all of them in here. Okay, what I would do is I would do one graphics card at a time so you don't get confused. So what it's done is you selected your graphics card. That has then loaded up the factory image or the factory setting. What you have to do is save that factory setting into a folder on your desktop. To do that, click save and name it something like Rx580 graphics card 1, and then save that into your desktop file. At the end of your writing, so at the end of the Rx580 graphics card, put DOS BIOS, and then that'll save that image nice and safely. Okay, and then you open up the Polaris software. So this is using the 1.3. What you do is you click open, and then you will actually open the file that you've just saved. It then asks you to copy the value in the 11750, so you're looking at the screen down here. So you scroll down and look for the 11750 box, copy that box and paste it into the 12000. So both of those boxes are exactly the same. Then click save and save that as mod Rx580 graphics card 1, and then save that in the file. Then you go back to your ATI WinFlash and then click load, and then you will load up your new modded image for your graphics card number 1, and then this program button will highlight. Once you click that program button, your computer will freeze. You will not be able to use your cursor for 30 seconds to even 2 minutes. Don't panic. Don't turn your computer off and think it's crashed. Just leave it, let it do its thing. Once it's done it, it'll tell you it's been successful, and then it'll tell you to restart your computer. Do not restart your computer. If you have another graphics card, just follow the process again until you get to this point, and then that's when you will open up your patch. So you open up the AMD patch, and then it's going to go through a series of settings, and then it'll say patch found values. If it's found everything, click yes, and what it'll do is it'll patch your drivers, and then you can reset your computer. Okay, another option is to install the new Polaris BIOS system, which is 1.7.3. This is what I use. So when you have opened up the factory BIOS setting, click open BIOS, and it'll display a screen like this. Rather than you having to copy the 0.1750 into the 1.2000, all you do is just click this one-click timing patch. That will do everything for you to maximize your graphics card automatically. Quite honestly, now that I'm getting different graphics cards and installing those, I find this setting a lot quicker. Once you've pressed the one-click timing patch, save it as your modded BIOS, and then you would then go back to your ATI software, load the modeled image, and then click program. It's just the same software, just a different way to use it. But that's really straightforward. One thing that I do is on the AMD software, I make just a small change. So your core voltage, I changed to 850. It's set to 950 as default. Core clock, I dropped that down to 1175, and then the memory clock I increased to 2100. If you have the MSI graphics card, you can push it to 2150, but the XFX card, you can only push it to 2050 before you start having problems. So yeah, a quick fly through, but what I'll do is I'll add each individual website that you need to go on to download each product. But it's a really straightforward, easy to use system to get that 30 mega hash per second that everybody dreams of. So that's it for now, really, until the next video. I don't think there's anything else to say. I'll keep sending new videos. Next one will be Tuesday, because I'll get my new graphics card, and I'll be able to show you what sort of mega hash per second we'll be getting off for graphics card. So until then, peace out, people.